Welcome to episode 25 of Scaling a Social Media Marketing Agency. My name is Hervin, and this is a video series where I take you behind the scenes of our SMMA and show you what we're doing to scale it. I am documenting the journey here, so I am sharing what I am working on a day-to-day basis, the problems that I am trying to solve, the lessons that I am learning. So if you're interested in seeing how we scale our social media marketing agency, subscribe to the YouTube channel. With that said, let's dive in. Today, I have a short update for you. So one of the things that I did today was talk to our current clients about our new service offerings, how we are moving from checking in with our clients once a month to checking in with them once a week, how we're going to be managing the ads with them on those calls, how we want to provide more one-on-one support. Thankfully, the clients who I spoke today see a lot of value in our service, so they were super happy to do that. They were excited about getting more help. So that was something that I did today. The second thing that I did was just brainstorm here how to improve our onboarding process. So you could see here on my screen, I made a couple of different, as my infamous sketches, wireframes of our onboarding process. So what does it look like when somebody buys our program and what's the first thing they're going to encounter? And then made a couple of changes here to it. Now, I just want you to see it because I want you to see the artwork, but diving into the details is going to be a little bit more complicated. I mean, I'm happy to if you guys have questions, but it's going to require a little bit of a backstory. Anyways, to save you all the details, one of the biggest problems that we have in our company, this isn't everything that I worked on today revolving around this, but it was a major part. So one of the biggest, I would say, pain points in our company is throughout our onboarding, one of the things that we have to do is get our clients a phone number, buy them a phone number. Now, for us to buy them a phone number, they have to go through a A2P registration process. Forget the technobabble here. What it means is kind of like a background check. So phone companies want to make sure that people buying phone numbers are not scammers or spammers buying phone numbers. So they want to check who is buying the phone number, make sure that it's a real person, a real business who is registered, so before they sell them the phone number. Now, getting this information from the clients is something that has been challenging. And then not only that, but if they delay giving us the information, it delays their onboarding, which then gives them a worse experience because they cannot get started as soon as possible with the program. So I've been thinking about how do we get that information from the client sooner, like the regulatory documentation that we need from the clients. Like we need some certificates from their business so that we could submit that and they could get approved. So we need to get the information from the clients. On top of that, like we need to get their website information so we can install a few forms on their, a form and then some privacy policy things on their website to make sure that they get approved. And because these are things that require kind of some context in terms of like, if we ask the client like, hey, welcome to our company, give us your document that lets us know that you're a legitimate business. It's not the greatest experience. So I've been thinking about like, how do we convey this to the client and how do we get this information from the client in a way that feels fine and also helps us out so that we can help them the fastest way possible. So that's kind of what I've been brainstorming. So today I created this thing. So essentially what I thought is I would create some forms to capture this information. And based on the suggestions of one of our team members, our team member suggested that we should embed some videos into the form telling them like, hey, here's what we need from you, here's why. And then we do that before we ask them for things. But I thought, I'm like, why don't we start with a video that says, here's everything that we're going to need from you. Here's why. Here's the benefit to you. However, you can skip this if you want to. It's just going to, and then we can do that over a call with you. No problem. But it will help you save time and speed up your your onboarding process if you give us this information now. So take whatever, 15 minutes to fill out this form. So giving people the expectations that they're going to give us documentation before they start the form, I think will make the experience better. I think we'll get more what we want. I don't know, at least that's the theory. And then I was thinking about the way, just some of the tech on the back end, like how do we, so people that come from the US, that we have clients in the US, most of our clients are in the US, but like they're going to require some regulatory information that's different from somebody from Canada, from somebody who's from Australia. And so I was thinking about how do we make sure that for the Australian people, they don't get to see the documentation for the US. And so I was thinking about dividing the the pages into countries. But anyway, this process of onboarding has been through a lot of iterations. I'm happy. I'm excited about this one. This one feels good. Maybe. I mean, there's always room for improvement. So yeah. So on that end, I like this idea. I pitched it to my team. Let's see what they come up with. But these are just brainstorming. This is what I got to work on today. And then I recorded here a 15-minute video for our team, just walking them through the explanations of what I built and how I was thinking about this, or not built, but just like the ideas. And even just preparing to create this video took me a while just to really understand what I wanted to say and like, yeah. So that's what I worked on today. Yeah, let me know if this makes sense to you guys in the comments, if you're enjoying these updates. If you are curious to see what we're doing on a day-to-day basis to grow and scale this marketing agency, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next update. Bye.